top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floors. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
Every week, people ask the same two questions. Are they ready to retire? Will their savings last for their lifetimes? Hi, this is Chris Wootton with Wootton Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. We help answer these two questions and many more that people have about their uncertain financial future. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know the client and includes a few meetings for the client to kick the tires at no charge. We provide a concise, one-page summary that helps the client get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for them. To learn more about Wootton Financial Group's process of helping their clients to a clearer financial future and to see their contact information, visit Cindy Cochran's show page on irlonestar.com/TCCS. Wootton Financial Group is a proud sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Wootton Financial Group is available by phone at 936-449-5952 or visit them on the web at www.woottonfinancial.com. That's www.woottonfinancial.com.
We have the safest food supply in the world. Strict laws and regulations restrict the usage of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides within our food supply. Production agriculture practices and technologies such as the use of GMOs, which is not any more or less risky than conventional crop production, has allowed American farmers to produce more food on less acres in environmentally sound ways. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make lives better.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on the Cindy Cochran Show, proudly sponsored by Wootton Financial Group. And if you want to know anything about them, just the spot ran before the show, didn't it?
Yeah, I played a little bit of it.
Okay, so he gave out the phone number and everything?
Yeah, it's all in the description below.
It's all in the description below. Okay, great. Listen, you know, when I was a kid, this probably didn't happen to you because you were probably much more developed and all that whenever, and technically inclined than I would have been in the 50s, early 50s.
Well,
50s.
during that time period, from what I understand from history, we didn't pay any attention to women. So there was no development for women. You were basically cave people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up. It's so bad. But this was, TV was invented, you know, in the 40s, or came out in the 40s. I mean, it had been,
Were you allowed to watch TV?
Sure.
Oh.
But not until 4 o'clock because nothing came on until
Well, I didn't know
about 4 o'clock.
when did they start putting TVs in the kitchen?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm the first one.
I'm just going to keep hitting
I
it.
put it in the bathroom and the kitchen.
I don't doubt it.
And on the treadmill. And
I can see
there's a
you.
TV
I got to
right
watch my
above it.
stories.
Huh?
I got to watch my stories.
FOX, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I do. I have to, and they'll be in different rooms, so I can go in one room, the other, and no. But Chad said, "Can you turn one of these TVs off? You know, that's why your electricity's so high. You leave TVs in every room." And I said, "Well, I like to hear some people talking. I like to know that there's people around because everybody."
I
else
believe
is
it.
asleep.
You're alone in this world like we all are.
Yeah, I am, but it's okay. I have my dog.
That just barks. Doesn't really do anything. It just barks.
He does.
Yeah.
And he's scared. She's gotten scared for some reason because she'll come to me and just be going like, so okay, what is it? So she turns around and she starts walking out my door.
Yeah.
And she keeps looking back at my following her, and I follow her, and then she stands. She's so far away from the door, the front door, and she sits there and she starts barking. As long as I'm staying there, she's barking because she thinks she saw somebody. But she gets scared. Now she used to go right to the door and just start barking crazy. And now she waits for me and she stands way far away and starts barking at them. But I love it when she does bark because somebody comes up to the door and I know I'm not supposed to let anybody in. I hold her, her collar, and open the door a little bit, and she's just barking away. And I said,
Let's just get rid of that dog.
No, that gets rid of them. And when they see I'm holding the collar of the dog, and the dog is barking and stuff, and they go like,
Get rid of that dog.
No, she's
Get rid of it.
Precious.
Now she's precious. Okay.
Well, she's so smart. She knows what I'm talking about, and I know what she's barking about.
I was going to invite you. We're going to go see Gladiator 2.
When?
But we're going to see in those seats that you love so much.
Oh, that's the way to get rid of me. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, brother. I just went and...
I had this whole idea. I was like, we're going to get you to go. And then I'm going to get you a large popcorn and a large drink with no lid. And I was like, we're going to see what you would do.
You were so...
I'm like, there you go.
You're so
that'd be so good. Oh, but no.
Who's gonna go see it?
I don't know, but I've been trying to go see it. I think, man, Thanksgiving's such a weird holiday now.
It is
because the school gives you a full week, I believe.
Yeah, it does.
But then, it's not a bank holiday, so I'm pretty much working every day, even Thursday. So it's kind of weird.
Are you gonna work Thursday?
Yeah. It's weird, which is fine, because I choose to have this life that I love, so I choose it.
Oh.
But it's something it's just weird to me. It's like,
and you want
think,
to do a call-in with me?
Not really.
And hear all the music and the Thanksgivings that's going on behind.
Oh, do you have a big Thanksgiving?
No, we're going to go to Luby's.
They're still open. There's only one Luby's I know of for sure. That's in Conroe.
I think Conroe's the only one that's got a Luby's.
I know the one in Houston, it's gone. Right there on San Felipe. I think there used to be one on San Felipe.
Yeah, they started in San Antonio as Romano's, and then it went to Luby's. But and they would have lines all around the building. People were trying to get in. And then it went to Luby's, and everybody loved Luby's. It was great. But they had a lot of Mexican food in there at Romano's. And so it's like when they blended the two, and people loved it. I tried so hard to figure out how to order the dinner over the phone. And I didn't call you. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I said, could you talk me through this, Richard? And so finally, I just took this phone and threw it across the bed. I thought,
it's terrible.
Baby. It was horrible.
Is that why your phone's dead?
No.
Because you've been on hold trying to figure it out?
I was on a lot of time. But sometimes I'll get so mad, and then I'll go to Reels and start watching Reels to calm me down. That's the only thing that calms me down.
Those hot boys asking if you're single?
No, they're gone.
Or
I
hot
don't know
men.
what happened. They're not on there now. I think they're seasonal.
Yeah.
So... I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Everyone's put their money on Christmas. They don't have any money to give us. Dang it!
When all the widows are going, oh, where's my husband? And then they see these guys on. It's terrible. It's awful.
I get the same thing.
Are you getting a lot of hits on your phone?
No, I get a lot of fake things. I'm still getting stuff from Mike Pompeo.
Mike Pompeo.
Yeah, he texted me today.
To give?
Do something. I don't know. I deleted it. But I was like, oh, Mike.
Quit calling me.
Yeah. Go on, Mike.
Well, Donald kept calling me, and then his sons started calling me, and they kept saying, I just answer me back and let me know if Sam is going to vote for me this year. And I go, okay, Sam has passed away. So,
yeah.
But if he was still here, he would vote for you so that you know that.
Oh, they'll write that down.
But so I'm letting you know this so y'all can quit asking.
Oh yeah, no, that's going to be going on forever.
Yeah, I think it's all in.
Well, that's why I love. The only reason I know that is because when my grandfather passed away, I was getting phone calls because we share the same name.
Oh.
And I still get.
Are you a junior or a third? Or
I'm the fourth.
You're the fourth,
but
and
I
your
still
dad's
get
a third. Okay.
Yeah, but dad's a third. What I love is I get ones now for like philanthropy stuff, for like the UT Medical, or for, I'm like, how do they get my number?
Oh, they want you to
Donate.
Donate,
They want me to
okay.
donate, and then like different schools or whatever. And I'm just like, how do they like mess up this bad? Like, how do they lose his phone number? And like, hey, he gave money. Let's just look him up. And we think we found him.
That's well. What made me mad? They didn't even give me a text back that said "sorry for your loss." That's what everybody says. Sorry for your
Well,
loss.
it's a robot.
Well, they had no feeling, no emotion, and so they just keep doing that.
Yeah.
And
And
that's-
they'll probably do it again when the election season comes.
Well, when I get a bill and it says for James Sam Cochran,
Yeah.
I go, should I pay this or should I?
I would never. I would just be like, oh, lost in the mail.
They'll
Especially when you
report
move. Especially when you move.
Yeah.
That's like the greatest excuse.
Oh yeah, you know what? I went to gallery. I went to gallery furniture to find out if I was gonna get my check,
Yeah.
and so I went up to the finance people
Han, what did you for what? What was the bet you made?
who was going to win the presidency.
And you
And I
bet
said-
Trump?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I forgot they did that.
and
yeah.
I told Mac, he was there that day, and he walked by. I said,
Sure he remembered.
Mac, I got to tell you, it's brilliant because this is I don't like to gamble, but this wasn't a gamble. I just knew Trump's going to win.
Whatever makes you feel better, Cindy.
And so and then he called me back the next day and called me on my, was I here? No. He called me and said, Cindy, would you write, what a great experience you had with gallery furniture and send it to us? And I said, sure. And how do I do that? And he says, go, da-da-da. And he starts talking real fast and like what to do. And I went, okay. And I had no idea what
Yeah.
he just told me. So I like to try and do that. But anyway, so I go to the lady and I say, I'm here to
Give
get
me my money.
I'm here to get my check. She, the promotion that he had back in April, I think it was, and she said, "Oh, for the presidency thing," and I said yes, and I said I put down that
So you didn't call ahead. You just showed up.
I just showed up. I didn't.
Probably should have called.
I just
Because I have a feeling they're going to give you a couple hurdles.
well, what they're going to say is they're going to say. She says, "Okay, well now, whenever you got your furniture." You had we gave you a receipt and we gave you the
And you don't have it.
letter, and the letter tells you that you're not supposed to be here until February 2nd. Then they're going to give the money to those who had voted for Donald Trump, but you have to prove it by the form. And I went, ma'am, that I was in the middle of moving. That I wasn't even moved into that house yet. We were moving, and I have looked all over. I didn't have my office wasn't set up, and
I mean, that's on you.
I'm going all over. And she says, well, I'm sorry, but you have to have that. And I went, but wait a minute. Don't you have my account? You can look up my account. And she said, oh, yeah. She said, well, look up my account. And you should have the original form that I filled out and said Trump and that's all paid off. I paid cash for everything. And so I'm ready for my, half back thing. And she says, she goes like this. Okay, yeah, I see that you did. Yeah, and you voted for Trump. Yeah, I see. Okay, and yeah, that form's in here. And so I said, okay, can I get a copy of it? And she said, oh no, ma'am. I went, well, why won't you give me a copy of it? I said, I can prove who I am. She says, it doesn't work that way. You have to have that letter and have to have.
Yeah.
And I went, no, that is just not right. She said, well, go home and you search and see if you can find it, and then you call me if you found it. And if you can't find it after 3 days of searching or something, then let me know, and I'll try and talk to Mac and ask Mac would he still let you have the money.
Yeah. They're not going to give you the money.
And I've already told enough people right now, and they went, he would not keep that from you. And I went, I don't know.
I
You
would.
call him and tell him.
I would.
I know you would, and I'm glad you didn't have any promotion like that.
Well, I mean, think about that promotion. It's not like his first promotion like that.
Yeah, but I'm not a child that he's trying to teach a lesson to.
He's not trying to teach a lesson to anybody. He's saying, hey, we're running this deal, and this is how you follow the rules for the deal.
Okay.
And you're trying to blame like someone other than yourself for losing the piece of paper they told you not to lose.
No, it was just a circumstance.
Like, I'm pretty sure
of moving.
I bet they're even trained to be like, when they hand you it, like, this is what you need.
No,
This is what you need.
I don't even remember them handing me anything except, I have
I
the
would
paperwork.
I would hand people a giant pink. I'm talking like obnoxious size, like as big as like a car door. I'm like, here, don't lose this. You have to bring this back.
See, psychologically, that's probably very smart because so many people that sign up for the gym,
they
the
don't think
membership
about
of the
it.
gym, they come like 2 or 3 times. That's
That's on
and
you.
that's it.
That's on you, sweetheart.
They're not going to remember it very long. So he's doing it in February, which is interesting. But so I can't find it, and now I'm having to go back over there.
Oh, you're
And
definitely not getting your money back.
My realtor said, "You want me to go with you and be your lawyer?"
You're definitely not. I mean, even if you, I bet you, even if they could give it to you, they probably won't because it's on the rules. Like, you have to have this other piece of paper. I don't think it's a carbon copy of the one they keep on file. I think they give you a one that, like, it's like a tear off. They have theirs, you have yours.
Yes.
So that way they can match it.
But that's my receipt is in their computer, and I spent $3,000.
Yeah.
They should give me that receipt to let me see that. If I lost my receipt for something, they can go back in history and think, yeah, you
Might need
you
your
paid
birth
for it.
certificate, might need your social, might need your credit card.
I have everything to hand them and show them. I just found out
But
that
that's how they get you. That's how they get you.
I can't find my
Here we go.
Medicare. I can't find my Medicare.
Oh, there we go.
card.
Now I got to call the guy from Africa again.
no, and I can't find
Here
my.
we go.
I have Aetna, but I have a Medicare and
Yeah, I know,
Aetna
I understand.
together. Okay, so
You're not the
I go
only
to the
old person
emergency
I know.
room. When I go to the emergency room in spring,
For your daily
told-
visit. Yeah.
no, it's not. So I fell in the shower, and
Yeah, daily fall.
and so I didn't. No, I don't. I haven't fallen.
I'm
fell.
kidding.
I hadn't
I'm
fell.
kidding with you.
No, but I go in there and I say, y'all take Medicare? She says, oh, no, ma'am. Wait, aren't you a emergency clinic? And she said, yes, but we don't take anything like Medicare or any of those things, Medicaid, any of that. And I went,
I was wondering about this. This is kind of a side question for you. I was. That's such a normal thing for places to be like, oh, we don't carry this, we don't carry that. And today you can use an app or something. I bet they'll show you like what coverage area your Medicare can be taking at.
yeah.
But how did people navigate that like 40 years ago, 30 years ago? When was Medicare even created?
I have no idea.
Because to me, it's like, do you just get a mail out every year? And it's like, here's where you
You
go.
have to sign up. You have to re-up.
Because like that, I was trying to understand what got me on that question was I was trying to understand the VA system and like why the VA system is so adamant about having their own hospitals. And I realized that's probably why it started that way. Mm-hmm. Was that way it won't confuse people where to go get your VA care.
Right.
Because if you start doing deals with the local community hospitals, it's like the 1 year will be there, the next year it won't, and then you'll
Right.
have a whole nother pissed off group of people going like, "This is where this is where I got my colonoscopy last year."
Well, that's a good question.
So-
But there wasn't any way I was going to go anywhere. I couldn't get back in that car. It hurt.
No one took you?
to sit. No, I just drove myself. I just got in the car because it was
you always
hurting.
make the right decisions.
Well,
Always make the right decisions.
I could.
It reminded me of my roommate when he had where his lung collapsed. He decided to drive himself, and I was just hanging out at the house. He didn't say one word to me. He just kind of like he's like, well, I'll see you later. I'm like, all right, see you later, man. And next thing I know,
Was
I
he
get
going?
well, no, I had no idea. He just left,
Oh my goodness!
and I was doing whatever, playing video games. But it was just like I get a phone call from the mom, and it's like, are you with Daniel? I'm like, no, he just left. He left like 2 hours ago. And she's like, well, he's in the hospital, and can you bring over? I'm like, what?
Oh
Yeah,
man!
he just had chest pains in his bedroom, I guess, and just
I guess that's why-
got in the car.
God gives you two lungs. That's one
Maybe.
collapses, the other.
But
take you there.
same thing. I don't really get it, but whatever.
No, but so I knew I could
I
drive.
wouldn't have picked you up.
You wouldn't have come get me. My first
But
call
I
is to
thought-
Richard.
I thought you
Richard.
made all those friends with all those salespeople coming to your house for the first couple months of your new place. You would have gotten their phone numbers.
I know, but I had to give them up. So
You
they're not
disappointed
friends
like 10
anymore.
people.
I had to close out that account.
Yeah.
But so she explains to me. She says, "We can't do this, but there are other places that would accept Medicare, but I'd have to look them up for you and stuff." And I went,
Yeah.
can you? It's $175 for just to
Just to
go
look
in
at
and
you.
visit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, to
There's
look
always
at.
that startup.
But she said, and then the doctor will assess, and then you tell us what he wants to order. Then I'm going to come in there and tell you what the order would cost. So she did. It was like $9.75 for whatever it was, all the
or
X-rays and all that
and
stuff.
You're old, so they have to put that in there.
Yeah, and do
I
this
just want to let
quickly.
you know, Misty on Facebook says similar to like a lotto ticket, your situation with gallery furniture. Like you might have won the lottery, but you don't have your ticket, so you can't get your money.
Yeah, but the lottery people have your name and they have your
No.
Yes, they
No.
do. That's
Now I
see.
could see you pulling your sympathy card and trying to get them to do it, but
I'm a widow. and
because you
I'm
could say
only
I just
75,
went to
76.
the emergency room and
Yeah.
this guy at the station makes fun of me every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 2:00.
See, because I was going to ask, this is what I was going to do.
You're gonna try to get Mac on the show?
Yes, to hand me
That's-
the check.
No, I don't think you. I would tell him to tear it up.
Huh?
I would tell him to tear it up on
No,
the
you
air
would-
because you don't deserve that. You're the one that lost all that stuff.
Richard, you see, it's not fair for the other people that didn't show up because they didn't have their stuff.
What happens if they had their stuff and now they might not get their check because of you breaking. All those other people are going to start coming in.
And
You're
saying,
probably going to close gallery furniture.
but they have,
All those people are going to lose their jobs. Can you believe you do
They
that
have-
just because you forgot a piece of paper?
it just doesn't make sense. It's so,
A staple in the community is now going to go under because Cindy couldn't keep a piece of paper.
well, I thought I was just going to give them a chance at some
Can't
publicity.
keep a Medicare card. Can't keep.
I don't know what happened to my Medicare card.
I don't want to know.
It could be anywhere. Somebody could have picked it up, and now,
Yeah.
but it's not any good anymore. I mean,
Yeah, it's 'cause
expires.
that's why people keep trying to call you to renew it, and you don't believe them.
well, they've been sending me all kind of. You better sign up now. Your option is almost over. You've got about 5 more minutes. Call now. I can't stand those things to say. You have to.
Yeah, I like it.
You have to get it now. I already owe Optimum $600 more because I didn't know that we didn't own the
Yeah,
equipment.
That's
So
part of it.
and that taught me a lesson. But I've got to pay him $600 more, $1,200 for the equipment, and so there's a lot of things you just need to know, and they don't have any seminars for them or anything like that.
Well, what's so funny to me about scenarios like that is when people say, "Oh, life's hard. Deal with it. You forgot your piece of paper." You know, that kind of thing. I always laugh at myself because like I said, technically you shouldn't win that, but I can see them giving it to you because they have the receipt and everything.
Yeah.
But it's also they create those scenarios on themselves.
Yeah, I just got to tell them, listen, all the listeners we're in contact with, I'd hate to have to tell them a story that you refused to give me the money because
Well, they're not refusing. You're not eligible. So they're not
am
saying they're-
eligible.
No, well, how are you eligible if you don't have your piece of paper?
But I am in their
No.
system as doing everything they ask you to do.
But probably
and
in their
spending as
system
much-
says, "Oh, we need the other ticket so we can scan that to complete it."
No,
Yeah,
it can't be. Well, I'm going to go back.
because that's what I tell people at the bowling alley when they bring in Groupons.
Oh, I'd hate to have to come up against you and go,
Yeah, like they come in at like
I
8
have
p.m. I'm like,
this.
yeah, it says 6 p.m. on it. Sorry. And they're like, well,
Richard,
what? I mean, that's the rules. There's a reason why it says 6 p.m. It's not just some random number. It's because he wants people to actually spend money after 6 p.m. because that's when people spend money. Mm-hmm. When they come
it was
in.
after 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I spend it all the time. I never
I know
look at
you.
my watch.
I know you.
I don't look at my watch and go like, "What time is it? I gotta start."
Well, what's funny
spending
about the
money."
Groupon thing? Because I was looking at it and trying to like figure out because no one ever reads it. I'm like, why don't I just put that in the title? Because it's like for some reason Groupon is designed to screw people over. Because like the company, like the bowling alley itself, didn't say, "Hey, put this in the tiniest print over here," because there's a disclaimer or rules, but it's like the smallest print. And it's happened so many times where people bring in the Groupon. Like I already know. I can just look at people's faces. If they have a phone in their hand, I'm like, they're gonna try to use the Groupon. And I was like, I would just change the title of the Groupon. It says like not past 6 p.m.
What?
Like
what
included in the deal. That way, like you can't miss that one. It says it in the title.
Well, what makes me so mad is that whenever they hand me something and they say, like you have to read and sign.
Well,
this
especially
and
with
all
that. See, that's why I'm surprised with you. You didn't really like. Because they're going to have every opportunity to screw you over on that. Because that's just such a weird way to promote a business. It's like, hey, vote on the presidency or vote on, like, if the Astros win, you get it. So there's got to be so many legal papers you have to sign just to, like, and you're still paying for it up front. You're still paying for all the furniture up front.
Yeah, see, and I didn't want to finance anything. I wanted
No,
to
I
pay
get it.
cash for it.
But,
So,
I mean, you
but
think
then-
you would keep that piece of paper.
But I financed half of it so that I was still in. I thought that's part of being in the running or whatever. But
I
anyway,
can see them doing that. I mean, that's how, like, I remember when I brought my truck, I couldn't get any of the deals because I was paying cash. And I was like, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, tell me the point. What's the advantage besides me never having to talk to you again? Because I really like that
and
lifestyle.
you don't have to pay any interest.
I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm like, just give it to me.
Yeah. Sam would always try and bargain with him, like, I'm going to pay cash for this, so let me see what you're going to deal with. He said, cash isn't king anymore, Mr. Cochran. And
Oh, yeah.
he goes, what?
No, the guy was trying to tell me that, and I was like, I just want to get the car I want, and I don't want to be bothered anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I really had to fill out a piece of paper and sign on something and make monthly payments for like 8 months just to save a couple dollars, I'm not really into that.
Well, what makes me mad is I went in there and signed a contract for 7 years warranty, a 7-year warranty contract.
For your furniture?
No, okay. I thought we were talking about your car. About my car when I bought that car, and I paid cash for it, and then I went over to the finance guy and paid cash for the warranty. And I said, give me a good warranty because I won't remember to come in here and do this. So just give me the warranty. So he gives me a 7-year warranty. I go to
God, I don't know.
What?
You're just loose on the world.
Wait.
What are we gonna do with you?
So I something goes wrong with the car, and I go in there and I said it's under warranty, and they said, oh yes ma'am, you got 7 years warranty, yeah, you're fine. But I keep getting these letters in the
Saying
mail
it's not.
and say that if you don't have this,
Activated,
call us,
yeah.
but you're not going to ever get anything done to your car again, and they go,
scam.
oh man, those are scams. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I keep getting them, and they keep getting stronger and stronger.
they're
like
scams.
what's going on?
They're scams.
So something happened to the car. The car wouldn't start. I didn't know about some button you push if you've been sitting idle for a while, and you're supposed to push this button.
That's true.
And so I found that out, but I thought something was wrong with the car, so I brought it in, and they said, we did a whole thing, looked over the whole car, everything's fine, it's
Did you
great.
get new windshield wipers?
And I should have.
Yeah, you always ask that.
Oh, I
That's the
should've.
secret. And also ask for different filters. There's certain filters that what you need to do is we'll hang out one day and I'll go on the internet and find out everywhere we can just take advantage of the situation.
Of the situation. Okay. Ooh, I love that. Because I just never know. But anyway.
But if I was Mattress Mag, I would not give you your furniture. I would have kept that money and laugh all the way to the bank.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
He's a
but-
good guy, and
See, I don't have any sympathy for that though, because I've been in
you
scenarios
don't
where
have
I've
any sympathy for me because you know me.
Well,
and
I've
you-
done that with people where I'm
he
like,
doesn't
hey,
know me.
you need to have this. Like, if you do
Yeah.
not have this, there's nothing I can do. And then they come up, I'm like, oh, well, I can't get in because I don't have this. I'm like, oh, isn't that what I told you needed to get in? What do I do? Well, I mean,
Okay, but imagine
Find someone else to do.
you told them in April that in February the 2nd you're going to need to have this receipt.
That's what I'm
to
saying.
bring
I
in.
imagine they had some scenario where they read you the riot act, and it's like, we cannot mess this up legally, so you better tell this lady. They probably film you, because that's what I do with all my women dates. They have to look into a camera, say they're over the age of 18, and this is my identification, and I'm willingly participating in this date.
That's brilliant. That's better than a prenup. That's perfect.
I forgot where I saw that. I was like, that's awesome. If I had a lifestyle like that one, that'd be awesome. Just
That's hilarious.
hey, before you can talk to me, talk to Mark over here. He's gonna film you not in a weird way. We're just in a statement. Read the cue
You
cards.
keep your clothes on. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Richard, but they better do it. I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to go by myself. And I've tried to call to see if he's there, if I can get him on the phone. And
It's not gonna work.
It's
Is
gonna
he
work.
single?
Is he single?
Yeah. Ooh, let's look it up.
You want to date me? Oh yeah, you do.
Wouldn't that be awesome, Cindy?
Oh my goodness.
I can see you in the commercials. You're back in
I
you're
can't
back in
ju-
the spotlight.
I can't jump up and
he's
down.
married.
Well, he has daughters. I know, but so his wife is still there.
How old is she?
What?
He's 73. Man, he looks.
We're the same age. I'm older than
Yeah.
him. I'm
Look
3
at
years
you.
older than he is.
Trying to see how old she is.
How old his wife is?
Yeah.
22.
They've been married for 4 decades.
For 4 decades.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well then, she's probably
Yeah.
close to his
I don't think
age.
you can be able to drive a wedge in that.
No. He's probably
Yeah.
pretty well settled in.
Or we can convince one of your kids to pretend that's the baby daddy from like 25 years ago. We can figure something out.
If he doesn't do it, I will tell everybody on my Facebook and everything. He will.
Yeah, but I'll be like, fake news. I don't know who that lady is. She's 67, so she's not too much younger.
But it just made me so mad. I said, you can't give me a copy of that form.
I wouldn't. I mean, that's the rules.
No.
Like, I bet you that lady in her
Evidence-
mind was like, felt so bad for you because she's like, this happens all the time. Like, you need that piece of paper.
My house burned down, and that was in my house. What do? You have a copy.
Because
of
I
it.
always wondered that about today, especially with like you're buying clothes. You always had to have the receipt to return it. Mm-hmm. So what do people do today? Like, because most places I go to, they don't give you a receipt unless you ask for it.
Well, you should have.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, if you pay with your card, you've got a receipt with the card.
But sometimes they don't. They go like, you can say no receipt.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe I need to go buy clothes.
I had a problem with Academy where we had. I mean, I stood there and people were getting mad that I'm staying there.
I wouldn't doubt it.
arguing with them and saying,
Again, I worry about yours out in the world. And like the world doesn't know what to do with it. It's like, what do we do with the Cindy woman?
"Yeah, my grandchildren want to do a drone over me. Just let the drone."
No, I'll
follow
just
me
let
wherever
Mark
we went."
follow you.
Mark.
Yeah, he's the guy who checks the IDs.
Oh, he's your guy that checks
he'll
that.
just
Okay.
he checks all the girls' IDs. So you need to. Well, I'll just say, Mark, go hang out with Cindy. Make sure she's okay.
How would he know? I wanted to tell you one thing, is that I went to go. The kids wanted to go see Wicked, and so
Oh yeah.
Christy and Samantha and Samuel and Cindy all wanted to go, and they said, "Grandma, go." And I said, "No, I've got to do the show today." And they said, "Well, just go for a couple hours or an hour, because when do you have to leave?" And I said, "I'm going to have to leave here by 1:00." And so they say, "Well, you can just get up and leave, but you get to see some of it at least." And I think, how many advertisements they have, how many commercials they play, and all that stuff.
Yeah, isn't that the ongoing thing with it? It's like always increasing. So when the movie starts at 1, it really starts at like 1:35.
Yeah, that's why I always would go later anyway, because if
That's
I
when
can
the
walk,
medication's kicking in.
no, if I can walk in there and they're starting the credits for the show you're going to see, I know I'm on time. That's good. That's the best time. I can't stand to watch all the trailers because a lot of times it ruins the movie for you because they put so much in the trailer, you know that it's going to be a bad movie because they gave it all away. Everything was given away.
Well, it's like today's trailers. All of them are like that.
Yeah.
Unless it's like in a foreign language. I'm like, I don't really know.
Well, that's why we can't wait to have Bob Smiley on December 10th.
Oh, yeah, for his Santa movie. That's right.
Because his movie's out. His movie's coming out. It'll be out by that time. Yeah. Oh, boy, I hope I don't mess that up. But anyway, so he's going to talk about all the things that he's doing. He has, he did the books are a success, and all his, sellouts for his shows. And all
you
that.
know what I want to talk to him about? That reminds me. So there's like all this stuff in the state of Texas. I got a conspiracy theory. This is like a conspiracy theory.
Oh, boy.
Because you got to connect all the dots. So I think here in Montgomery, it's either in Montgomery or Magnolia, there is a Christian book company now, like a publishing company. And they had a grand opening, like Kirk Cameron, like he's doing a book, audiobook thing, and they're doing something over there. But you know how recently they, the state of Texas passed that bill or whatever, allow certain religious books or allowed in the libraries and stuff.
Yeah.
So my conspiracy theory is the Christian book people knew this was they pushed for this so they could have this new book publishing company because they know they're going to make a boatload of money from it. So Kirk Cameron, he's probably in on it.
Yeah, probably.
He's on the know. So this Mama Bear Rising thing were being used, or patsies, in this whole, let's rile people up. They're putting these terrible books in our library systems, and then that way they vote on this to allow cleaner books to be in.
Well,
and then everyone's going to be addicted to Christianity.
Well,
now I should have gotten in the book. What I really should have done when I connected that dot is say, "Hey, I'll invest." But I should have done.
Magnolia is a very interesting place for that to open because they've got a really strong Church of Christ there.
Maybe that's I
Church
forget. Let me look
that's
who
where
it
the
is.
Gullos go.
Here, let me double check.
Good families.
Yeah, I mean it's all cover. Let's be real, right? Brave Books. Okay, that's what the company. Let me see. Let me make sure I got my information correct because I remember talking to somebody who offhanded "Oh yeah, we started a publishing company, and it was called Brave Books." And they lived here, so I don't know if that means the company technically is here, but I know they live here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna find out.
Oh boy! Dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun dun dun.
Well, they have an 832 phone number, so we're on the right trail.
Yeah.
Right. That with that.
We are.
I don't know. The website's not working because so many people are trying to buy their stupid books. The government's trying to buy it.
Yeah, it's probably really, really, really popular. I mean, things have gone crazy since Trump has been elected. People are really, they're doing the dance.
Well, no,
They're
it's
doing
still coming.
everywhere.
It's still coming.
What?
I mean, the pink hats are going to be showing up somewhere. I've been waiting for the pink hats to make a return.
What's the pink?
You don't remember that? The pussycat hats?
Oh my word! Oh,
Now you know what I'm talking
yes.
about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Madonna and her.
I'm waiting for it. I was like, I really like those hats and those girls, you don't have to check their IDs. So I was like, yeah, cool.
That was so stupid. But don't you?
No, I
love
think it's
all the
great.
people doing the dances.
Well, I
They
think
they don't do it correctly.
they're coming. I mean, we're having January 6th again, but it's going to be
No,
reverse.
Yeah. No, we're not going to be able to find Biden after all the stuff. Some of the stuff has been coming out lately, and you go he should have just gotten lost in that tropical jungle that he was
Who
trying
knows?
to leave.
Who knows? It's even him.
Leave. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they got it.
Yeah.
No, it was him. He's the only one. It's just poor thing. He just needs to be I don't know why they don't rush the inauguration and make that can we do that tomorrow?
No, there's rules. They have
And,
pieces of paper. They have that right documentation. So you got to wait for a certain day.
Well, they're usually supposed to wait till the a person dies or is elected to something before they push him out of office, like they did, I think they pulled there's some Article 25.
The one thing I hate is that lawyer, and I think it was either in Florida or New York, withdrew all those cases against Trump.
Yeah.
I was really hoping like that would be like the wild card, like, oh, we're not giving this up.
Like all of them are collapsing, yeah. So he's,
Oh no, he's just withdrawing them, so he can probably redo it when he's done being president. But
well, they're saying that they'll take that to the Supreme Court because the Supreme
no,
Court.
I think if the
gave him-
prosecutor withdraws it, there's probably some rules on retrying it. But they had convictions. That was so weird to me. I was like, why would you withdraw it? You already have a conviction. There was like, what was it, the hush money? The hush
the
money
hush money
one,
for
he
the-
already got
yeah.
convicted, but then they withdrew it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, that means he didn't like it. Like, that's all stupid. Because if you're already convicted, you should have wait for a sentencing, and they can't sentence a sitting president.
Right.
So they just had to withhold it for 4 years, and then.
Can you imagine them all waiting with?
So I would have
Yeah,
just kept it. I'd be
handcuffs
like,
and
I would have
everything
just,
after
what I would have done
4
is kept
years.
reminding them every month. I'd be like, hey, Mr. President, you have, 92
302
months
days left.
until we finish sentencing. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, he'll say, "Find me." Afterwards, he'll disappear then, but I just hope that J.D. Vance or the governor DeSantis would, step in if somebody.
Oh, they got Kevin Sorbo on this book company. I would love.
Who's that?
You don't know who Kevin Sorbo is?
No,
Hercules, from the TV show Hercules.
they have him.
Yeah, he's.
Wait, the old,
Yeah.
like black and white.
No,
Oh.
no. What are you talking about?
They had Hercules in black and white.
No,
Back
Hercules was never. The story of Hercules was never written down until like 1990.
Oh, baloney. That's misinformation.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the Cindy Cochran show.
The whole thing is misinformation.
All right, I'm trying to find out where I know they're located here. Because it was a sweet family. It was like a husband and wife, and they wanted to have a publishing company.
We got to get him up here and talk to him.
Yeah, he became a new dad when his daughter was born in 2020. Yeah, okay. So I'm kind of remembering all this stuff now.
Well, can we get him as guest? Can you?
No, I don't want
Call
to do it.
him?
I'm not.
It's a publishing company.
If he comes in, I want to be like, hey, tell me about my conspiracy theory if it's right. You smelt this was coming because you were pushing this agenda.
You can do the gotcha questions.
You're pushing this agenda so you can make more money off your books.
You've already probably. Somebody's called him by now and said, "Hey, this guy on Lone Star Community Radio as
We know what you're up
is
to.
passing up what you did. Did you see how many views I had
Yeah,
on that?
that was weird.
1,000.1.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it,
Yeah.
and I don't know what happened to it. What kept jerking the picture kept jerking.
I don't know.
If that's a loop thing or what happened. But anyway, it was just that I was telling everybody what had happened to me, and all I could do was blink, and it wouldn't hurt. And then it kept doing it, so I kept blinking, and people would sit there, and it was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think you know what you're talking about right now.
But you said you gave me a thumbs up for it. Did you do that, or did Andrew?
I don't remember.
Are y'all still doing your show?
Yeah, we did it today.
You did?
Friday, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Well, we got to be wrapping up, so you're not going to do a show tomorrow.
No.
You're welcome to if you want to do. If you're welcome to do it because I do have to be here.
You
so,
do have to be here?
Unfortunately,
Well,
I don't want to be here.
we're closing at 9:45 a.m. and it's going to take a couple of hours.
Okay. Well, you know what? Then
Don't come in.
Don't come in.
You see, you really don't want me to come in.
No, you
so
can.
don't
I'll
leave
be
it.
here.
But don't you leave early? Can't you leave early?
No,
if I
I'm
don't
not
come
leaving
in?
until 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, you have a hard week.
Yeah.
Goodness. But I got to close on my house. This is going to be so emotional and so crazy. And I'm going to get to meet the people that are moving in.
No, Dad, don't do that.
No, they're going to be there.
Don't do that.
What? No, they're going to be there at the closing.
Why do you have to be there?
Because I got to sign all the papers.
But usually you don't have to be there together.
No, but they want to be. It's a vet.
Do you understand what's happening?
Do I understand what?
Is anyone going with you?
No. No, because everybody's too emotional about it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
God, someone needs to go with you. Make sure you sign the right papers. We don't want you to lose that
Oh,
receipt.
Paul will be there.
Okay. No, we don't want you to lose the receipt
No,
for for tax purposes.
I just don't know if Paul's going to like me anymore after I pay him the agent's fee, and then he has nothing to do with me anymore. So,
Yeah.
okay, Cindy, you're
That's
on your
gonna-
own, and you got to change those light bulbs by
Yeah,
yourself.
but see, that's the thing about you, though, because you would have that void feeling. Because I'd be like, oh, why isn't anyone calling me at 9 p.m. anymore? Why? No one's texting me. No one's bothering me.
That's going to be sad.
It's going to be sad. It's
Yeah,
a big void in my heart.
And you're not gonna call and check on me when I'm like 80?
No, if anything, the first thing I'm going to do is call Mattress Mac and be like, I'm Cindy Cochran. I need my money back. I need my money
I gotta
back.
call him. I said, if anybody calls up and says they're me, call the police
I need
immediately.
to get my money. All right, Cindy, we got to
All
get
right.
going.
Okay. Anyway, so thank you so much for being with us, and we'll be back next week. I'm sure full of guests, because that's Richard's job now, is to find all the guests. And if you have a book,
you can get your own guests too.
But I don't even. You have to let me know how many people you've got.
Yeah,
lined up
It's not
for
hard
us.
to call me or give them my information.
But you don't like you berate people that call you.
Yeah, I do.
I know you don't like that, so I try to be a good
Tell 'em to
soldier.
Kick dirt.
But anyway, if you have a friend that has a book or a new business,
They can
wanna
talk to
promote-
Mark.
Huh?
They can talk to Mark. Yeah,
No, call Richard and he will book you, and it'll
it'd be great.
So anyway, and besides that, though, we want to thank our first responders always and tell them how much we love them when we honor them and we respect them. Thank you so much for your bravery. And we'll call somebody you love. All right, bye.
Every week, people ask the same two questions. Are they ready to retire? Will their savings last for their lifetimes? Hi, this is Chris Wootton with Wootton Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. We help answer these two questions and many more that people have about their uncertain financial future. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know the client and includes a few meetings for the client to kick the tires at no charge. We provide a concise, one-page summary that helps the client get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for them. To learn more about Wootton Financial Group's process in helping their clients to a clearer financial future and to see their contact information, visit Cindy Cochran's show page on irlonestar.com/TCCS. Wootton Financial Group is a proud sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Wootton Financial Group is available by phone at 936-449-5952 or visit them on the web at www.woottonfinancial.com. That's www.woottonfinancial.com.
This program is sponsored by the Wootton Financial Group. It is not the intent of Wootton Financial Group to render or offer personalized investment advice or financial planning advice through this radio program or any related website. Wootton Financial Group's participation in this program is limited to providing general information on financial matters and should not be construed as financial recommendation or investment advice. Investment advisory services are offered through Game Plan Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission and the state of Texas. Insurance services are offered through Wootton Financial Group, Inc. Game Plan Advisors and Wootton Financial Group, Inc. are affiliated through common ownership, and neither firm is affiliated with The Cindy Cochran Show. No listener should assume that any information presented and or made available on this program serves as the receipt of or a substitute for personalized individual advice from Game Plan Advisors, Wootton Financial Group, or any of their representatives.
What can the Better Living for Texans program do for you? You can learn how to increase your consumption of fruits and vegetables, choose foods that are relatively inexpensive and good to eat, make your food dollars last longer, prepare quick, nutritious meals, help your children learn how to eat healthier snacks, and much more. Our program is committed to helping people like you improve your health through providing research-based nutrition education in a friendly, cost-free, and relaxed environment. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Gull Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
Did you know there are more than 790 abused and neglected children currently in foster care in Montgomery County? Will you help make a difference? I'm Allie Stevens with Casa Child Advocates of Montgomery County. We train and support volunteers to be the voice of children in the foster care system. Kids removed from their home because of abuse and neglect.